It's like a USB sender and receiver, and no, it's a Ethernet cable, which is much faster than USB. So I'm gonna buy one of those and see. So we'll hook it up to that cable over there, and then it has 4 plugs here, so we can actually have multiple of those cameras or more USB stuff connected. So okay, this is going. This is fine. We're on. I want to take this to my pulpit, okay? I'm gonna put another microphone. Um, well, yeah, okay. You have this. Yeah, you can use your phone. And hopefully turning off the. Shabbat Shalom. Can the people on Zoom hear me? Just nod if you can hear me. Yes. So we cannot hear you because imagine we could hear you. There's people here now. There's like live human beings in the sanctuary. So just remember, everybody can see you, which is fine. We want to see your faces. But just for you to keep in mind, they cannot hear you. So be free to sing La Cucaracha, it's fine. Just keep in mind you're being watched by everybody. And you can hopefully watch them through that very weird tape that we have of the sanctuary now from the side, which we didn't have enough cable to put the camera back in the center after rearranging everything. So hopefully by next week, we'll be back to the normal frontal take. And maybe another couple of shots. We may have a couple of different cameras going on. Let's just hang in there for one Shabbat. Thank you for being here on Zoom, by the way. It's great to see you. Myra, Jerry, Sally, Carol, Flora. Hopefully, what time is it?
9 o'clock.
Okay, it's very early. Shabbat Shalom, Rochelle. Wow. Okay. No, for what? Thank you for being here. So, how's your temperature this morning? I'm 96. I'm almost in 96s. I'm like very cold.
96?
96.8 always.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm never over 90, 97 ever. So, it's good.
You wouldn't share that information.
I wish that was my weight.
Good to see you. Everything's okay?
You only see the top of Jerry's face all the time.
Oh, yeah, only the top though.
I can't complain. Of course.
God forbid you see the bottom. That.
Concerts and everything.
That's great.
Good. You get volunteers? Yeah.
So,
You get
now we
volunteers while
watch
everyone's
ourselves.
looking for money. It was not the easiest thing. But thankfully we have a great community. We have a lot of
Told me she was out of work last week. She was like, I feel so bad. I just haven't been able to make it. She said we're just friends.
I think it's great.
You know.
Yeah, I can feel it blowing too, but I don't think it's cold.
I just don't know why they put the things back.
Or it may be working. It may be working.
Where do you want to get a station?
Is Jared coming today? Alan, is Jared coming today or are you our board person?
I think Shannon is coming.
Oh, so Jared's not coming.
No.
Okay.
I think Shannon's coming to sit up there with you.
Okay. Jonathan, wherever you want to station is fine. You can stay there, I can stay here. We're good. Let me check my other iPhone. Alan, is Jared coming today or are you our board person?
I'm just afraid to say that because the moment I say that, you're going to hear a clunk and then heat is going to start. I'm very careful.
Are you using a microphone?
Do I want to be picked up?
Okay, well, shall we? Yeah, everything, hopefully everyone online can hear and see well. It's nice to see a few faces here this morning, and we look forward to more and more faces every week. We're going to begin our service this morning on page 103 with Berkot HaShachar. I ask you to please rise for our morning blessings. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lacek vivina avimenu yom v'layla. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shasani betzamo.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shasani ben chorin.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shasani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam abisharumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam rapa haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamechem et tzedei gaver. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam sh'asa likor tzorki. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer Yisrael b'gvura. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam otei Yisrael b'tifara. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hanoten la'ev koach. May be seated. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam. Utenenu hayam v'chol yom lecheinu lezrakal mimenecha uvenecho ro'enu v'tiknu hasadim tovim. Baruch atah Adonai gomel chasadim tovim le'amo Yisrael. Ve'olam yadayim shamayim v'sperim. Aval nachnu b'techa. Ashrenu matov chelkenu manam graleinu mafayiru shatenu. Ashrenu she'anaknu mashkimunu marivim erev avoker ve'omrim b'mayim b'chol yom Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Kivod. Kadesh et Shem Kabbalah Shemecha, V'kadesh et Shem Kabbalah Mecha, U'vishuatcha Tzar V'tag V'yakaranenu, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mekadesh et Shem Kabbalah Rabim. Yehi ratzon lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Shetitein chalkeinu b'toratecha V'nimid hamidav shel Aharon HaKohen Ohev shalom rodef shalom Ohev briot korvan laTorah Kaddish to Rabbanan. For mourners and those observing Yortzai, please rise. Page 111. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'alman tivara kidutei ve'amlik malchutei. V'chayechon u'vyomechon v'chayei lechol beit Yisrael. V'agala u'vizman kari ve'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shemei kudesha v'rechu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma ve'imru Amen.
Amen.
Al Yisrael ve'al Rabbanan. Ve'al Talmidei Chon ve'al kol Talmidei Chon. Ve'al kol mandas kim be'oraita. Di ve'ashra hadein v'di b'kol atar v'atar. Yehei lechon shlama rabba. Tina v'chizda v'rachamin. V'chayin orechinu d'onar v'cha. Unkorhanami kodam v'hon v'shmaya ve'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba mit shemaya. V'chaim tovim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Osei shalom romav. Hu barachamav ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. It's the Psalm for Shabbat, page 112. Hayom Yom Shabbat Kodesh. Mizmor Shir Yom Shabbat Tzolach. Makan L'Maaseh. Hodinu b'seifa d'sheni graniniu Lagid ki asher Adonai Tzuriva lo avlatabo. Psalm for the morning, page 120. Mizmor asher nukadva de David or Mikhail Tilpani Zamilum Nemasitami Ushto kiva Nufo Ha'afakta misminim le'molim Hatzakta sakim rozreni simcha L'magas ruvo yidon L'elochai Ve'olamotecha. Mourner's Kaddish, page 121. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'alma tivara kirutei ve'amlik malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei lechol beit Yisrael. V'agala u'vizman kari ve'imru
Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olamei almaya.
Yitbarak v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shemei kudesha v'rechu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma ve'imru
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Osei shalom b'mamav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Let us please rise, page 122. Baruch she'amar ve'haya ha'olam Baruch hu Baruch Osei Bereshit v'Mevel Osei. Baruch Yahikei ha'olamim and Mushbacham Parei Shemo HaGadol Baruch Atah Adonai Melech Ulal B'Tishbachot. May be seated. Hodu Adonai Shiru Zabushim. Zera Yisrael Adam B'nei Yaakov B'Hira Adonai Elohim Zikru Le'emet. Ki kol Elohei ha'amim elinim v'Adonai shamayim asa. Over on the front. Yisneku shamayim ta'gela Odai ki ta'gela T'asdavim Moshiach. Romeinu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachtavu l'harvotsho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu u'rachu ne've'ber v'ol yashliv v'her balashim v'kol.
We're on page 125.
El Yisrael. Adonai Tzevaot Asher Boteach Bach Adonai Hoshia Melech Elenu V'Yom Koreinu Hoshia et Amecha Uvarech et Nachalatecha Ure Benasem Ad Haolam Hoshia et Amecha Uvarech et Nachalatecha Rebenasem ad haolam. Na'asheni ta'alaz b'miyu ki lo Ashrei Adonai Elohav va'ani b'chatztecha b'taktihi agel b'shuatecha Ashira l'Adonai ki gamal alai.
We turn to page 132. I ask that if you're able to do so, please rise as we continue with morning blessings.
Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasdo. Hodu l'Elohei ha'elohim, ki le'olam hazdo. Hodu l'Adonai adonim, ki le'olam hazdo. Le'osei yorim gedolim, ki le'olam chasdo. Et Hashemesh le'memshelet bayom, ki le'olam hazdo. Et hayarei ha'kochavim le'memshelet b'layla. Le'mo'ich ha'mo b'midbar, ki le'olam hazdo. Le'makei melakim gedolim, ki le'olam hazdo. V'ya'arog melachim adilim, ki le'olam hazdo. V'natan arza v'nachala, ki le'olam hazdo. Nachala le'Yisrael ado, ki le'olam hazdo. Na 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 ya na 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 na, ki le'olam hazdo. Noten lechem lechol b'hasar, ki le'olam hazdo. Hodu le'el hashamayim, ki le'olam hazdo. Nay 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 ya na 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 na, ki le'olam hazdo.
Please be seated. We continue together on page 136 with Ashrei.
Ashreyos b'mitecha ogenu chasena.
Ashrei shekachanu Ashrei.
Tehillat Adonai le'ber piv V'yikarech Hashem Sholei Olam Va'ed. V'anak nevarech Yam E'atza Ve'ad Olam. Hallelujah.
Page 141.
Hallelujah, 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 El Bekodsho, hallelujah, Bekiauzo, hallelujah, Bigvurotav, hallelujah, Gerov Gudo.
We're on page 142.
Ata hu Adonai ha-Elohim asher bakartam ba'Avraham ve'yotzei tomer kazdim v'tzat Shemo Avraham u'matzat levavonem am lefanecha v'karoti v'amerti to Eretz. והים קצה לפניהם, וירדו בתוכו יבשה, ורודפיהם ישתה במשאלות, כמו אבן במים עזים. ויושר רבנו ההוא את ישראל ממצרים, ויעזו במצרים לשפת הים, וירא ישראל את העגלה אשר עשה ארונה במצרים, וירם את אדוני, ואמינו באדוני ובמשה עבדו, אשר שם משה ובני ישראל, את השירה הזו לאדוני ואמרו לאמור, השירה לאדוני כי גאו גם, סוס רוחו רמה וים, עוזי וזמריה, ויהי ישועה. Adonai Melech Le'olam Va'ed, Adonai Melech Le'olam Va'ed. כי לאדוני המלוך המשל גויים, עלו משה מצרים פריסה, ואדוני המלוך, והיה אדוני מלך כל הארץ, ויאמר יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We continue together on page 145.
נשמת כל חי, תברך את שמך, תברך את שמך, אדוני אלוהינו. לפנים על השקש. אם ישראל לא תנא, כן, נהללך ונשבחך ונפארך ונברך את שם קודשך כמו לדוד, ברכי נפשי את אדוני וכל קרובי את שם קודשו. האל בתעצומות עוזך גדול בעקבות שמך, הגיבור לנצח בנורא בנורותיך, המלך היושב על כיסא רם ונישא, שוכן עד מרום וקדוש שמו.
שוכן עד מרום וקדוש שמו.
וכתוב לנו צדיקים באדוני, לישרים לבצע לפי שרים תתהלל, דברי צדיקים תתברך, ובלשון חסידים תתרומם, ובקרב קדושים תתקדש, ובמחלות רבבות עמך בית ישראל, ברינה יתפאר שמך מלכנו בכל דור ודור, שכן כל בת כל היצורים לפניך אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, להודות להלל לשבח לפאר לרומם להדר לברך להלל ולקלס על כל דברי שירו ותשבחות. דוד בן ישי עבדך משיחך, ישתבח שמך לעד מלכנו.
We're on page 148.
ברכות והודאות מעתה ועד עולם, ברוך אתה אדוני אל מלך גדול ותשבחות, אל הודאות אדון הנפלאות. הבוקר בשירי זמרה מלכי העולמים.
Please rise for Hatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
אמן.
יעמד יפרח כבטבע ולגמלותי, וחייכנו ממקום חי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ונדרו. אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם לעולם עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ורם וינשא, ויתהדר ויצעלה ויתעלה, שמי לקדושה וריחו לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן ברמה ונרו. אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Please be seated. Page 150.
Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam, yotzerei choshen osei shalom v'redei hakol. Hakol yiducha v'yucham, Adonai v'selam v'zer hakol, Adonai v'teach v'chol yitom. Hein kerechecha v'intatecha efet v'techa u'midomenach. Hein kerechecha Adonai Eloheinu ba'olam hazeh, ve'ein zulatcha malkeinu l'chayei ha'olam haba. Efet v'techa golenu limot ha'mashiach, ve'ein v'moshienu l'tchiyat ha'metim. El Adon HaKol HaMasim Baruch U'Mvorach Befi Kol Neshama Kolo V'Tuo Malei Olam Da'at U'Tvuna Sovevimoto Hamitgael Hayot HaKodesh V'Nedar V'Kavod Al HaMerkava Zechuru Mishor Livnei Kiso Esed V'Rachamim Livnei Kevodo Tovim Me'orot Shebara Eloheinu Yetzaram B'dat Bavina Uvaskel Koach Ugvura Natan Ba'en Leo Moshli B'keret Tevel Melei Neziv U'Mefiki Noga Nae Ziva B'Kol HaOlam Sumekin B'Tzeitan Sasi Be'ovan Osi Be'ema Retzon Konam Per Bekavod Notnim Lishmot Zehola V'Bina Lezeker Malkuto Kara L'Shemesh Va'Yizra Or Ha'V'Chitkin Surah Havana Sheva Notnim Lo Kol Tzeva Marom Tiferet U'Gdula Seraphim Ve'ofanim Ve'Hayot HaKodesh Titborach Shiro Shevalo Seyatecha Ve'al Meror Shasita Yifaru Chasela Titborach Sureinu Malkinu V'Govalinu Reikinu Shim Yishtabach Shekala Anakenu Yotzer.
Page 153.
Kulam ahuvim, kulam berorim, kulam giborim, ve'kulam osim be'emal v'raretzon konam, ve'kulam otkim e'epim kushav Torah, v'shira v'zimra barakim u'shabakim, u'farim u'maritzim u'mantishim u'mamlechim, et shem ha'el ha'melech ha'gadol, ha'gibor le'amra kadoshu. וכולם מקבלי בלחם ומלכות שמיים זה מזה ונותנים רשות זה לזה להקדיש הזמן נחת רוח בשפה ברורה ובקדושה כולם כקרונים ואומרים ביראה קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות מלוא בארץ כבודו ואופנים וחיות הקודש ברעש גדול מנסים לעומת סרפים לעומתם משקים ואומרים ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו לאל ברוך ללמוד איתנו למלך פריהם זמור המחדש בצפו בכל תאמין מעשה בראשית תאמור ליוסרים גדולים כי לעולם חסדו אור חדש על ציון תאיר ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורו ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר האורו.
As we begin to transition into the Shema, we continue together at the top of page 154.
Abba Rabbatanu Adonai Eloheinu Chemla Gedola V'Tera Amalta Aleinu Avinu Malkeinu Ba'avor Avoteinu Shebatchu V'cha Avinu Malkeinu ויחל לבבינו לאהבה וליראה את שמך ולא נבוש לעולם ועד ולא נבוש לעולם ועד כי בשם קודשך הגדול והנורא בלטנו נגילה ונשמחה לישועתך ואבינו לשלום מארבע כנפות הארץ ותוליכנו קוממיות ליחסנו כי הפועל ישועות אתה ובאנו וקרצה מכל עם ולשון וקרבתנו לשמך הגדול סלע באמת להודות לך ולייחדך באהבה ברוך אתה אדוני הבוקר בעמו ישראל באהבה שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד Adonai Elohim Emet
יציב ונכון וחיים ובשר
לדור ודור הוא קיים ושמו קיים וכיסו נכון ומלכותו ואמונתו לעד קיים לטרף קיים.
We're on page 157.
האמת שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו מלכנו מלך אבותינו גאולנו ואל אבותינו יוצאנו וישועתנו בורנו צילנו מעולם שמך אין אלוהים זולתך עזרת אבותינו אתה הוא מעולם מצרים באותנו עזוב שיקו אבותינו תהילות לאל עליון ברוך ומבורך משה ומרים ובני ישראל וקנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא תהילות עושה יפלא שירה חדשה שיבת וגאולים לשמך שפת הים יחד כולם הודו והמליקו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
Please rise.
צו ישראל ומה בעזרת ישראל ובדקנו בך יקודה וישראל Yisrael. Go'aleinu Adonai tzivot shemo. Kedosh Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai. Gal Yisrael.
The Shabbat morning Amidah begins on page 159.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot U'Mevi Goel Livnei V'Nechem L'man Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Ufokenu Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Ufokei Tzara Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayem Eitim Atah Rav Lehoshia Mechakeh Chaim B'Chesed Mechayem Eitim B'Rachamim Rabim Somek Noflim V'Rofek Olim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Geurot Umidon Elach Melech Meinit Umechaye Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman Atanach Hayot Meitim Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye HaMeitim
Amen. Mikdash Hashem Kavelam Shemel Makdashim Oto B'Shnei Marom Kakatu B'Yad V'Yeka V'Kara Zeben.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אז בקול רעש גדול, אדיר וחזק משמיעים קול, מנסים לעומת שרפים, לעומתם ברוך יאמרו, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. ממקומך מכנו תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו כי מחכים אנחנו לך. מתי תמלוך בציון, בקרוב בימינו לעולם ועד תשכון. תתקדל ותתקדש בתוך ירושלים ערך, לדור ודור ולנצח נצחים, ועינינו תראינה מלכותך, כדבר אמור בשירי עוזך, על ידי דוד, על ידי דוד, משיח צדקך. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה, לדור ודור נקי גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו ומושלי עולם ועד, כי המלך גדול וקדוש אתה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל HaKadosh.
We continue praying the Amidah silently. Please use the words of the Siddur or the private meditations of your own heart. If you're still praying your Amidah, please continue to do so. The rest of us may be seated as we continue with Kaddish Shalem on page 167.
יקרא וירשם מרבה, ועמד יברא כירותיו ולכם כותב בחיי כל ימי חול ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב ומרו. אמן יש מרבה מברך, לעולם לא מעלמא. יתברך וישבח ויפאר ומאמין נעשה ויתהדר ויתלה ויצלה שמר וקדושה ריקו לעין המקום ברכתה ושירתה תוש ברכתה ונחמתה תאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן תתקבצו תהון נבואו תהון לכל ישראל קודמה והון ושמיה ואמרו אמן יהי שלום ארום ושמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן עושה שלום מרומם הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו
We transition into our Sefer Torah service beginning on page 168. There's no need to rise until the ark is open.
אין כמוך באלוקים אדוני, ואין כמעשיך, מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור. אדוני מלך, אדוני מלך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום, אב הרחמים, היטיבה ברצונך את ציון, תבנה חומות ירושלים, תבנה חומות ירושלים, כי בך לבד בטחנו, מלך אל רם ונישא, אדון עולמים. ויהי מנשוא אהרון, ויאמר משה, קומה אדוני, ויפוצו אויביך, וינוסו משנאיך מפניך, כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו, בריך שמי דמרי עמם. ובענרחץ ולשמי קדישה יקירה, אנא אמר תושבחן, יהי ראווה קודמך, דתבטח ליבי באורייתא, ותשלימי שעלים דליבי, וליבד כל עמך ישראל, לטבו חיים ולשלם. אמן. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד.
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד.
אחד אלוהינו, גדול אדוננו, קדוש שמו.
אחד אלוהינו, גדול אדוננו, קדוש שמו.
גדול אדוני, ציונו מלבד שמו יחדיו. לך אדוני הגדולה, הגבורה והתפארת, והמלך בשמיים ובארץ לך אדוני הממלכה ועמי נעשה לכל ראש רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קדושו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קדושו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו.
Let us please be seated. Just a couple of words of explanation before we actually begin with the Torah service itself. So, we're going to actually, as you already saw, going to give aliyot out. When you're called for an aliyah, please be here, up here, because, we have to call your name. The brachot are right there on that stand, so stand behind that stand, and you'll recite the brachot from there. There will be no kissing of the Torah or anything like that for obvious reasons. But we're trying as the best as we can to actually bring this back in a safe way. All of the odd-numbered aliyot are going to be given to people in the congregation, and odd-numbered aliyot, and even-numbered aliyot are going to be given to people on Zoom. So please, just bear with us while we system. It's not foolproof. We've never done it before, so don't try this at home by yourself.
Another side note, when you are through with your aliyah, instead of going to the other side of the Torah, you'll simply return to your seat to limit the amount of people.
I mean, you can still come to this side, but just go back to your seat.
Yeah.
Right? Cool. Anything else, Alan? Anything? You're good to go? You're always good to go. Okay. Go for it.
Our reading this morning is the portion of Manasseh, the second portion in the book of Bamidbar, Book of Numbers, page 791.
ויעזור ויגן ויושיע כל סיבוב ואמר אמן, הכל עבור גודל אלוהינו נקבל לתורה יעמוד רישה בר שנתן תורה למקשור בקדושתו ותקן הקים אדוני אלוהיכם וחיינו
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amin v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai Moshe lemor naso et rosh b'nei Gershon damhem v'veit avotam lemishpechotam meben 30 shana v'mala ad bet 50 shana tivkot otam kol bahal litvot tzava l'avod avodah b'yochel moed zod avodah gam mishpechot Gershoni v'avod u'masa.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah lemed l'chayi olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
יעמוד הרב רובן שני.
We're still toward the top of the page on page 791. We're on verse 25 as we begin our second reading.
Done? יעמוד הרב רובן שני.
Amen. V'nasu et yiriyot hamishkan v'yeto hel moed michsehu michsei atach asher lav nimala v'et masach petach ohel moed v'et kolei hechatzer v'et masach petach shar hechatzer asher hamishkan v'el mizbeach saviv v'et mitrehem et kol klei avodatam v'et kol asher yaseh lahem v'avadu al pi aharon uvanav tiyeh kol avodah b'nei Gershoni v'chol masa'am v'chol avodatam uvchaletem aleihem mishmeret et kol masa'am zod avodah zechot b'nei ha-Gershoni v'yohel moed u'mishmartam b'yad Itamar ben Aharon ha-kohen.
Amen. Our third reading is going to begin the first main paragraph on 792, the third line on the page, verse 20. Ya'amel. Abraham then. They were like Shlishi. We're continuing now with we're in the middle of the page on 792, verse 34.
יעמוד יואל הרב רפאל רביעי Shalom Rav Yaakov, Shishi. Sally?
Amen. Our seventh reading will begin the bottom paragraph on 794, verse number 5. Ya'amod. Zev Aram ben David Alevi Shvi.
Maybe seated. We'll be doing today's Mishaberach a little bit differently as well. During the prayer, when I take the break, feel free to mention a name from your seat. And also people on Zoom and on Facebook, feel free to mention names out loud as well. And we'll give a few moments during that pause for you to think of or mention a name. משברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב אמרתנו רבקה רבקה ולאה הוא יברך רפא את החולים. ודוד הסקו בן אברהם גדל בן חנץ. עליכם רזיקם רפואתם נשלח לכם מהרה רפואה שמן השמיים רפואת הנפש רפואת הגוף בצוק שאר החולים וזאת ידידי עוסקים בצורכיכם שבאתם לזעוק רפואה קרובו לבוא השתבח על זמן קריב ונאמר אמן.
We now turn forward for our concluding reading, page of the page, verse number 87. Ya'amod Chazan, Anu Mordechai. Gedalia, Maftir.
Baruch hu et Adonai mevorach.
Baruch HaMevorach L'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai mevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
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 That concludes our Torah reading for this morning as we rise for the raising and the binding of our Torah scroll.
יעמדו אחווה בגאולה, וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לבני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. מי שבילך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב שרה רבקה רחל ולאה, ויברך את כל הקרואים אשר אותו היום את כל המתפללים אותם בכל משפטיכם. הקדוש ברוך הוא שלח ברכה והצלחה בכל מעשי ידיהם עם כל ישראל אחיהם ונאמר אמן. We may be seated. We're going to continue with the chanting of the Haftarah, and we can follow along on page 812 of our Chumashim. Page 812. This is the story of Samson. It's really beautiful, beautiful Haftarah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'minim tovim v'ratza b'divrechem hanemarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai haocher b'torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo v'nvi'ei ha'amet v'tzedek. Vaychi ish echad mizar'a b'mishpachat Hanani u'shmo Manoach v'ishto Ahara v'lo yalada. Vayera melach Adonai el ha'isha vayomer eleha hinena et akara v'lo yeladet v'hilid v'yaladet bein ve'ata hisham rina ve'ata tishti yain v'shefar ve'atochli kol tameh ki hinachara ve'yoladet ben umara lo yale al rosho ki nazir Elohim yeh hana'ar min habaten ve'hu yachel lehoshia et Israel miyad Pelishtim. V'tavo ha'isha v'tomer le'isha lemor ish ha'elohim ba'elai u'mar'ehu k'mar'ea malach ha'elohim nora me'od v'lo shehiltichu emizehu v'shemo lo hikid li vayomer li Me'ah ויפלו על פניהם ארצה, ולא יסף עוד מלח אדוני, והראו אל מנוח ואל אשתו, אז ידע מנוח כי מלך אדוני הוא, ויאמר מנוח אל אשתו מות נמות, כי אלוקים ראינו, ותאמר לו אשתו, לו חפץ אדוני להמיתנו, לא לקח מידינו עולם ומנחה, ולא הראנו את כל אליה, וכעת לא תשמיענו כזאת. ותלד האישה בן, ותקרא את שמו שמשון, וידע הנער, ויברכהו אדוני, ותחל רוח אדוני לפעמו, במחנה דן, בין זרעה ובין אשתאול. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, צור כל העמים, צדיק בכל הדורות, הנאמן האומר ועושה, המדבר ומקיים, שכל דבריו אמת וצדק, נאמן אתה אדוני ונאמין לדבריך, ודבר אחד מדבריך, הכל לא ישוב ברכה, כי המלך נאמן ורחמן אתה, ברוך אתה אדוני, חי אתה נאמן בכל דבריו.
Amen.
רחם על ציון, כי בית חיינו, ולעלובה נפש תושיע במהרה בימינו, ברוך אתה אדוני,
ברוך שמו.
ושמח ציון לפניך.
אמן.
שמחנו אדוני אלוהינו באליהו הנביא עבדך, ומלכות בית דוד משיחך, במהרה יבוא ויגל ליבנו, על כיסא לא לשם זר ולא יקהנו, עוד אחרים את כבודו, כי בשם קודשך נשבעת לו, שלא יכבה נרון לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני,
ברוך שמו.
מגן דוד.
Amen.
על התורה והעבודה, ועל המינים ועל יום השבת הזה שנתת לנו, אדוני אלוהינו מקדושה ומנוחה, לכבוד ותפארת. על הכל אדוני אלוהינו אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך, יברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני
ברוך שמו.
מקדש השבת.
Amen.
Yeshua Koach, the DJ, for a beautiful chanting of our Haftarah. I ask that if you're able to do so, please stand as we turn to page 177 for a prayer for our country.
Let us pray all together on page 177. Our God and God of our ancestors, with mercy accept our prayer on behalf of our country and its government. Pour out your blessings upon this land, upon its inhabitants, upon its leaders, its judges, officers and officials, who faithfully devote themselves to the needs of the public. Help them understand the rules of justice you have decreed, so that peace and security, happiness and freedom will never depart from our land. Adonai, God whose spirit is in all creatures, we pray that your spirit be awakened within all the inhabitants of our land. Uproot from our hearts hatred and malice, jealousy and strife. Plant love and companionship, peace and freedom, peace and friendship among the many peoples and faiths who dwell in our nation. Grant us the knowledge to judge justly, the wisdom to act with compassion, and the understanding and courage to root out poverty from our land. May it be your will that our land be a blessing to all who dwell on earth, and may you cause all peoples to dwell in friendship and freedom. Speedily fulfill the vision of your prophets. Nation shall not leap of sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. For all of them, from the least of them to the greatest, shall know me. And let us say, Amen. The prayer for the state of Israel in Hebrew, page 178. Avinu Sheva Shamayim, Sur Israel vegoalo, Barech et Medinat Israel, Reshit Smichat Geulatenu. Hagen alea ve'avrat chazecha, ufros alea sukat shlomecha. Ushlach orcha ve'midcha lerashea, sarea ve'yotzea, ותקנה בעצה טובה מלפניך, חזק את ידי מבני ארץ קודשנו, והנחילם אלוהינו ישועה, ועטרת ניצחון תעטרם, ונתן שלום בארץ, ושמחת עולם ליושביה, ונאמר אמן. We continue praying Ashrei, page 181. We may be seated.
אשרי יושבי ביתך עוד ילדוך סלע.
אשרי יושבי ביתך עוד ילדוך סלע.
אהב תהילה לדוד ממך אלוהי המלך. תהילת אדוני בקרי, יברך בשר שם קודשו לעולם ועד, ואנחנו נברך יה, מעתה ועד עולם, hallelujah. Let us please rise. יהללו את שם אדוני, כי נשגב שמו לבדו, הודו על ארץ ושמיים, וירם קרן לאו, תהילה לכל חסידיו, לבני ישראל הקרובו, הללויה, הללויה, ובנו יום אשור ישראל. כי לך טוב נתתי לכם תורתי התעזבו, הצבעים למה חזיקים בה, ותומכיה מאושר, דרכיה דרכי נועם, וכל נתיבותיה שלום, השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה. קדש, קדש ימינו, קדש ימינו כקדם. May be seated.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's really wonderful to see you all. I know you might be thinking, Rabbi, I've heard people tell me before that it's wonderful to see me, and they probably didn't mean it. But I want to tell you something. I know I can speak for all the clergy, we really do mean it. It's wonderful to see you all in person. And I don't want to overlook the people who are streaming in on Facebook and all over the internet from all parts of the world, and also on Zoom. It's interesting, last night I actually met some new faces, and they told me they found out about our synagogue because of all the content we've been putting out online, which is really wonderful. I think our content has been great. It's attracting new people. So whether you're here physically in the shul, whether you are streaming in from wherever you're at, we are back home at TBS, and it's a really wonderful feeling. So it's really wonderful to see all of you. Shabbat Shalom. The year is 2012. This Texas boy did something crazy. I flew from Texas to California, and first on my list, I went to Disneyland, where my then girlfriend Genevieve was at a work conference. I surprised her at the park, and I proposed to her there. Check number one. The next day, after I did Rabbi Aaron Alexander, who was then a dean at the Ziegler School of Rabbinic Studies in Los Angeles. And I was supposed to talk to him about possibly attending rabbinical school the next year. But in my pre-proposal craziness, I had actually written the date wrong in my calendar. So when I showed up on campus at Ziegler, Rabbi Alexander actually wasn't there. He had gone to Camp Ramah for the day. So I was very disheveled. It was the first time driving on the 101 and the 405. A person who I was supposed to meet wasn't there. So I started wandering around campus, trying to make the most of my already botched visits. I finally stopped into the bookstore, and I started talking with the employee there. It was summertime, there wasn't a lot going on. And I told her that I was visiting from Texas, and she said, "There's somebody that you absolutely have to meet." So she took me upstairs to a wing of offices at Ziegler and introduced me to someone who I would become very, very close with. His name is Rabbi John Carrier. This is before he got ordained. He was just John. Right now, he's currently the rabbi at the Pasadena Jewish Center. Wonderful person. So we started talking, walking through, went to the sculpture garden from Texas, and we start making rabbi small talk. And he asked me the question. He says, "So why do you want to become a rabbi?" And I said, "Well, I feel like it's my calling." And after this, John went quiet. He waited a moment or two, and they looked at me in the face and said, "Are you a convert?" And I was shocked. By the way, you're not supposed to ask another Jewish person this. I was silent. I was white as a ghost. He waited another moment. He said, "It's okay, I am too." And I finally laughed. I said, "What gave me away?" He looked me right in the eye and he said, "Here's a piece of advice, Jonathan. Don't say, 'It's my calling,' or 'I'm called to it.' Jews don't say call." And I've got to give him credit. He's really kind of right. Jews don't really use the phrase, "my calling," or "I got the call." I mean, maybe they do. You might be thinking of a Jewish person who says that right now, maybe, but it's not really a thing. But today it's going to be a thing, because this Jew and this rabbi wants to talk about what it means to be called. Most of the examples in the Torah and later on in the Tanakh of someone receiving their destiny, it doesn't actually happen when they're an adult. It usually happens when they're a child. In our Torah portion for this week in Nassau, we're given all of the duties of the various clans, what they're responsible for doing. We're told that the Gershonites had to maintain the cloths of the tabernacle. We're told the Merarites had to maintain the poles and the sockets in the tabernacle. And of course, the sons of Aaron, the Kohanim, they all had priestly duties. If you look, these are all jobs that you're born into. Your jobs that your clan does. Later on in the Torah portion, we hear about the character of the Nazir or the Nazarites. This is somebody who makes, supposedly, a special decree, a special oath, and after they do this, they don't drink wine, they don't eat any sort of grape products, they don't touch any sort of corpses, and they don't cut their hair. Now this might sound like a contrast to what I've been talking about, to the other positions I've mentioned, where you are born into this profession. Supposedly, if you're a Nazarite, you could quote-unquote be called to it, you could make a vow, and you could elect to do it. Now that's true in theory, but the two biggest examples of a Nazir or a Nazarite in the Hebrew Bible are Samson, who we just read about, and later on, the prophet Samuel. In both of their stories, their mothers have trouble conceiving a child, and essentially some sort of compromise with God is reached to dedicate them as a Nazir before they're even born. If we look at Samson, basically an angel comes down and tells Samson's mother, "Your son is going to be a Nazir, and by the way, you can't drink any alcohol either." So before they're even born, really, I can't find a biblical example of somebody actually getting the Nazirite call and making this oath. Both examples seem that they too are born into it. In 1973, a school teacher living in a cramped trailer in Maine did get a call, but it turns out his phone had been disconnected because he was too poor to pay the bill. So instead, they sent a telegram to the home of a very young Stephen King. It turns out the manuscript for a book called Carrie was going to be published. And ironically, this was the same manuscript that Stephen King's wife had found in her trash can several months earlier. King had declared the manuscript, quote, the world's biggest loser. He said it was so horrible he didn't want to submit Carrie to any publishers, but his wife encouraged him to give it a try. And then one day she finally received a telegram at home. So she called the school office where King was working as a teacher, and the page on the school intercom simply said, Mr. King. Later, Stephen King would recollect that as he walked down to the office, he was terrified because he knew there were only two reasons why he would get a page over the intercom. Either because one of his children had become hurt, or that his novel had finally been accepted for publishing. And when he walked into the office, he was told there was a call for him from home. He picked up the receiver, and his wife was on the other end, and she read him the quote, Carrie is officially a double-day publishing book. Here's a $2,500 advance against royalties. Congrats, kid. The future lies ahead. This book, Carrie, of course, became a movie and a worldwide phenomenon, and it launched the career of Stephen King, who is arguably one of the most read authors in history. Another call happened in 2007. A young Filipino rock and roll vocalist named Arnel Pineda was living in Camilla in the Philippines. Him and his family were essentially impoverished, living off whatever money Arnel could make from small rock and roll gigs around the city. Now, this young man has an incredible gift. He could sing in English all the songs of great American rock bands such as Journey, Survivor, Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin, Air Supply, and the Eagles. One afternoon, Arnel got an email from Neil Schon, the guitarist of the American rock band Journey. Apparently, Neil had seen a video of Arnel singing Journey songs that had been uploaded to YouTube. It turns out that Journey was looking for a new lead singer and wanted Arnel to audition for them. Arnel read the email in disbelief and deleted it because he thought the email was actually a hoax. However, the emails from Schon kept coming and coming until finally, one day Arnel received a phone call from Journey, the whole band. They said they wanted him to audition in San Francisco. He flew out and soon was inducted into the group. He told HBO in 2007, I feel like I'm living a fairy tale. Now, according to Jewish tradition, most of the jobs of the various tribes that I spoke about that one would be born into, nowadays, all of these positions are essentially completely nullified because we don't have a temple any longer. And likewise, according to the rabbis, the age of the prophets, all prophecy is also over. So nowadays, even if you want to, you can't really become a prophet or a priest in the temple. But what about the call? As Jews, what role are we charged to fill? And do we get supernatural messages of direction? I'm sure if we thought about it, most everybody in the room, even though Jews don't say call, could think of a moment in their life where it seemed as if God or destiny was speaking directly to them. But what would the Tanakh have us do? Angels probably won't fly down and talk our mothers into making us Nazarites, but I do think there is a charge that we as Jews should heed. The prophet Micah asked God the same question that I'm asking. What is our calling? God answers Micah in chapter 6, verse 8. It says, God has shown you, O mortal, what is good, and what does Adonai require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. Now, I have thought a lot about this verse in 2020. According to this verse, there appears to be actually 3 different calls that we as Jews are supposed to heed. Number 1, we're supposed to act justly. Number 2, we're supposed to love mercy. And number 3, we're supposed to walk humbly with our God. I want to take a moment to brag about Temple Beth Sholom for a moment, and I want to brag about what you all have been doing during these past several turbulent months. We're told to act justly. And I'm reminded of how Rabbi Goodman spoke about the various injustices last night that America has been going through. I'm also reminded of how our synagogue, Temple Beth Sholom, partners with the Las Vegas Metro Police to keep a diligent eye on securities here at our shul, in our neighborhood, and throughout the city. We're told to love mercy. And I want to talk about Avery Berta, a boy who's having his bar mitzvah here next week. Avery partnered with the American Red Cross to host a blood drive here at Temple Beth Sholom on June 16th for his bar mitzvah project. And when our synagogue advertised it last month, we got a lot of responses. So many responses that the Red Cross called us the other day saying that our congregants here at Temple Beth Sholom had literally filled up every slot available to donate blood at the blood drive. They said they didn't have the capacity, the staff, and the resources to take any more of our blood. What a great problem to have. We're encouraging members of our temple to actually go to other blood drives because we don't have the resources to take any more of what we're willing to give. We're told to walk humbly with God. And I'm reminded of how many of you logged on to your computers, watched our services via Zoom and Facebook. Many of you are still doing that. I'm reminded of how last night and still today our congregation, we all put on masks and sat separated from one another, all wanting to create and be in community the only safe way we can. Not one person being better than another. Whether you walked into our building today or are Zooming or watching our Facebook services, you all came wanting God. And you were willing to do anything to get to God. That is humility. And so today, I'd like to advocate that many of us here at TBS have already heeded our call. But the work is not done yet. It seems like each new week of 2020 brings new challenges, new crises, but also new blessings. And how will we react? If God were to call us today, would we, like Stephen King, disconnect our phone? Even if we do, God has sent us the best telegram we could ever receive, and that's our precious Torah. And it too says that the future lies ahead. Shabbat Shalom.
Let us please rise for Hatzi Kaddish from Musaf, which can be found on page 184. 184. Yitgadal v'kadash Shemei Rabbah ve'amad divrah kirutei ve'amlik malchutei v'chayechoni v'mechoni v'chaydechol Beit Yisrael ba'gala u'vizman karif emiru Amen Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam olal me'al mayai Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'ma'vinaseh v'yitadar v'yitadeh v'yitzalal Shemei Kedusha v'richu le'ena minko b'rkata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata ta'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen.
The Musaf Amidah for Shabbat begins on page 185.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah Ahel HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim v'Konei HaKol v'Zoker Chasdei Avot Mefi Goel Livnei B'nechem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Ufokir Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ufoked Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei Meitim Atah Rab Le'Hoshia Mechakel Chayim B'Chesed Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Berofek Kolim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Lishenei Afar Michal Mocha Bal Gevurot Umidomei Lach Melech Memitu Mechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'neman Atan HaChayot Meitim Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh HaMeitim Naritzecha v'navishecha Kisot siach safei kodesh Hamakdishim shilcha b'kodesh Kach katuv al yad neviecha V'kara ze el ze ve'amar Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai Tzevaot Melech kol haaretz kevodo Kevodo malei olam Bisharta Shoalim ze laze ayeh Mikom kevodo Le'umatam Baruch Yomeru Le'umatam Baruch Yomeru Baruch kevod Adonai Mikomo Mimkomo Yife Berachamim V'yachonam Am Yachadim Shemo Avoker Bechol Yom Tamid Pamayim Be'ahava Shema Omrim Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד לך ולנצח, נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוקינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד, כי המלך גדול וקדוש אתה, וקדוש אתה, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד לך ולנצח, נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש, ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue praying the Amidah silently. Amidah, please continue to do so. The rest of us may be seated. We continue together on page 203, Kaddish Shalem.
יתגדל ויגדל שמי רבן, ועמדתי ורק כריתי ומקמקותי בחיי כל ובכל ובחי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו, אמן יהי שמי רבן מברך, והללו מהמליה יתברך. ערבים במנעשה ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שם בית הקדושה, ולכו לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה דבר עד מעלמה ואמרו, אמן תתקבץ לו תהון תהון כל ישראל ודאמרו שמיה ואמרו, אמן יהי שלום הרבים שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, אמן עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, אמן.
Ein Keloheinu is on page 204.
Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Keloheinu, Mi Kadonenu, Mi Kemalkeinu, Mi Kemoshienu, Noden Eloheinu, Noden Adonenu, Noden Emalkeinu, Noden Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu, Atahu Shiktiru, Avotenu, Lefanecha, Eketore Hasapi.
We rise for Aleinu, page 205.
עלינו לשבח לדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כיהי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות אדמה, שלא שם חלקנו ככם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שירו תשמע בישראל. כי המלכות שלך היא, ולמד תמלוך בכבוד, כך כתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Please be seated. Those who are in mourning or observing a yortzeit, you have an opportunity to say the Mourner's Kaddish, which can be found on page 207. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divra kirutei, ve'amlich malkutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uchaye dekol beit Yisrael, agala uvizman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarak le'olam u'mei almaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudisha b'richu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata v'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Shabbat shalom again. We have an opportunity now to hear some announcements from one of our board of directors, Janet Tank.
Shabbat Shalom to everybody. I want to thank Rabbi Hudson, DJ, in leading us in services today, but I also want to thank them for everything they've done for the community in the last couple months, whether it's leading Wednesday night concert series or children's services or all the classes they've been teaching. It's really extraordinary the amount of content that our clergy has done over the past few months to keep us together as a community. I also want to thank everyone for joining us both in person and on the live streams on Facebook, YouTube, and Zoom this morning. We hope you are doing well. Minyan during the week can be attended in person or online. Services begin at 7:30 a.m. for Minyan. Shabbat services can also be attended as in person and online. If you plan to come to TBS in person for services, because seating is limited, make sure you RSVP. Check your email for the link to do so. Thank you for all who signed up for the TBS and American Red Cross Blood Drive on Tuesday, June 16th. Thank you to Avery Berta for facilitating this as his bar mitzvah project. All the appointments have been filled at this time. There will be additional information forthcoming from Avery about how to sign up for additional blood drives around the valley. Our annual meeting, Temple Beth Shalom meeting, will be on Thursday, June 25th at 7 p.m. There will be limited in-person attendance, but of course it will be streaming on Zoom and Facebook. The following day, Friday, June 26th, will be the drawing for the 4951 raffle. If you have yet to purchase your tickets, please call the office. Our virtual class offerings continue with living room gym classes with Liz Good. Together and Apart, Essential Talmud and History of Zionism with Rabbi Felipe Goodman, and Hebrew with Hodson with Rabbi Jonathan Hodson. Links to these classes, as well as special events, can be found in your email. If you know a Temple member who is in the hospital, ill at home, or at a nursing home, please let the Temple office know. Shabbat Shalom.
We begin to conclude our service on page 211 with Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Ne'en Nasa V'Hesod Bol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'acharei Kitlot HaKol Levado Yimlok Nora Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hove Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Ve'hu Echad Ve'en Sheni Naham Shilo Le'avira B'li Reshit B'li Tachlit Ve'lo Ha'oz Ve'ha'misra Ve'lo Ha'oz Ve'ha'misra Ve'hu Eli Ve'ha'goli Ve'sur Chedli Ve'sara Ve'hu Nisi Umanos Li Menat Kosi Ve'yom Ekra Menat Kosi Ve'yom Ekra Ve'yado Akiruki Ve'etishan Ve'aira Ve'hibruki Geviati Adonai Li Ve'lo Ira Adonai Li Ve'lo Ira.
Please rise for Kiddush and Hamotzi.
Vishamru B'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat La'asot et HaShabbat L'dorotam B'vitovnam B'nei B'nei Yisrael Oti Le'olam Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et Hashemayim ve'et ha'aretz U'v'yom ha'shvi'i Shabbat v'yinachash Al ken barach Adonai et Yom HaShabbat v'kashehu Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam Borek uri ha'gafei.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam ha'motzi lechem min ha'aretz.
Amen. Adonai Yosemo Iten, Adonai Yivarech et Amo Shalom. Shabbat Shalom Mevorach. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining us, whether you did it long distance or presently here. It's wonderful to see you again. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.